Is Jon Jones scared to fight you?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the thing with Jon is conning the public, man. I think the fact that I've been in the rooms with the UFC brass, Dana, Hunter, the rest of them, a few times, and they've told me it's happening. And that's all I can go off. I'm the same as everybody else. I get tagged in articles on social media. I'm hearing rumors on the street and all the rest of it. The people who know are the UFC brass, really. And when I've sat down and spoke to them, they're confident it happens. So I trust that it's going to happen if they're telling me that.
He's the dirtiest fighter ever. If you fight Jon Jones, if you doing anything good on him, he's going to poke you in the eye. They changed the design of the gloves so you can't hold your hand like this no more. And I kept asking the referee, man, I'm like, get his fingers out my eye. What's going on? Yeah. And then, and fast enough, you're doing anything good, you get the advantage, going to kick the knee back.
The wait for Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones is getting longer with no official confirmations yet. UFC says it will happen. Aspinall says it will happen. The pros think it will happen, but the fans are asking only one question: when will it happen? Aspinall recently appeared on a podcast on Logan Paul's YouTube channel where he shared everything about his fight with Jon Jones and his plans. The interim UFC heavyweight champion believes Jon Jones is afraid of him, and that's why he is ducking him. Aspinall accused the heavyweight champion of fooling people and avoiding defending his belt.
Jon Jones.
Aspinall believes Jon Jones has been avoiding facing difficult opponents at this stage of his career, as he doesn't want to damage his legacy and UFC record. Aspinall understands that most of the fighters like to retire with a good UFC record, but he feels a fighter like Jon Jones shouldn't be doing things like that. Aspinall claimed that the only reason Jon Jones doesn't want to fight him is because of the fear about the confirmation of this fight. Aspinall said that he is also waiting for that news. The interim heavyweight champion also opened up the importance of this fight for him. He said the only reason he wants to fight Jon Jones is for the heavyweight belt. According to Aspinall, apart from the belt, he doesn't have any interest in fighting Jon Jones, and if Jones was not the champion, then he would have called out anyone. Aspinall revealed that he is going to have a meeting with the UFC officials very soon where he is going to talk about his fight confirmation with Jon Jones. Tom Aspinall said, "Well, I have got a meeting about that next week, so I will let you know about that. For right now, we have got a meeting about it. I'll find out more then." A few days after this statement, Tom Aspinall shared a picture with his father and UFC Chief Business Officer, Hunter Campbell. He captioned the photo, "Stay tuned." This post created a huge buzz on social media as the fans started to assume different sorts of things. Aspinall recently appeared on the Ariel Helwani show, where he shared a few insights from that meeting. The interim heavyweight champion said he had a very good meeting with the UFC as he praised Hunter for his contributions to the promotion. Aspinall said the meeting was fruitful and asked the fans to stay tuned as some big news is coming soon. Aspinall said on the Ariel Helwani show, "We had a nice meal and we talked everything through. Hunter has always been extremely personable and reasonable with me. I can't say what he's like with other people, I don't know, but with me and my team, he's been nothing but hospitable and fantastic. We had a fantastic meeting. Everything went amazing. I understand my position now. I understand what the company's doing now, and you've got to stay tuned because there's some big news coming." He was asked whether everything is moving in the right direction, and the interim champion looked satisfied about that. Aspinall went on to add that he's excited for what's next for him and that he was not concerned about the outcome of the fight. Aspinall said, "That's fair to say. After the meeting, I'm feeling very optimistic about things. I'm in a really good spot with everything and my future moving forward. It's exciting times. It's really exciting times." Furthermore, the fans are concerned about this gap as it's been more than a year since Aspinall is waiting for a title fight. However, the English fighter is quite confident after that meeting and doesn't think this gap will affect his performance or career. Tom Aspinall added, "The break, it's not a massive break to be honest. People are saying Jon Jones is holding up your career and stuff. It's only been 7 months. It's not too bad. I don't want to say too much, but exciting stuff in the future, for sure." Tom Aspinall is highly confident to beat Jon Jones, and he knows that if he manages to do that, then it would be remembered for ages. Aspinall thinks beating Jon Jones would be the greatest achievement of his career, and he is ready for that challenge. He knows that Jones is struggling in this stage of his career, while Aspinall hasn't found his peak days yet. He further took a dig at Jones, saying if he can dream to get $30 million to fight him, then why can't he dream? Tom Aspinall was in a full roasting mood during that podcast. He ranked Jon Jones among the top 3 fighters of all time, but he mocked him with the drug test joke. Jon Jones previously failed a few drug tests. However, apart from that forgettable part of Jon Jones' career, Aspinall admitted that the heavyweight champion is surely among the best fighters of the entire, and Jon Jones hasn't given a clear confirmation that he has accepted the fight or not. The fans have heard from Dana White's mouth that Jones has no problem fighting with Tom Aspinall, and this fight will happen after the confirmation of date and location.
Have a cut-off point in your mind of when to get that done.
No, it's going to happen. It's done, but it's not done. Not done enough to sit right here now and announce it and give you a date, but the fight's going to happen.
Tom Aspinall is trying his best to confirm this fight as soon as possible, as this belt is very valuable for him. He was present during the recently concluded Saturday Fight Night event at UFC London. Aspinall didn't want to miss any opportunity to tease Jon Jones, and was carrying a little duck toy with him to mock the current heavyweight champion for ducking him. Jon Jones was recently seen at the inaugural Dirty Boxing event in Miami, alongside Mike Perry. The biggest surprise for the fans was that Jon Jones has signed on to be a co-owner of that combat sports promotion. The Dirty Boxing Championship is a rival of the UFC, and it is a big surprise that Jon Jones will be the co-owner of that promotion. Jon Jones said during the announcement, "I was hooked from the first show. I believe this is going to be a powerhouse of combat sports. I'm proud to sign my name next to it." So the first official Dirty Boxing Championship event concluded this past weekend, where Yoel Romero secured his second win in the promotion. The UFC Hall of Famer Mark Coleman was also present at the hangar in Miami on Saturday night to see this event. After the event ended, Coleman shared a picture of him and Jon Jones and wrote some great words of praise for the champion. He acknowledged the greatness of Jones in UFC and gave a green signal for the much-awaited and highly anticipated matchup between Tom Aspinall and Jon Jones. Mark Coleman stated, "I ran across the champ at Dirty Boxing. He is the GOAT. He will be fighting Aspinall soon. We are so brothers. God is great." Meanwhile, something unexpected also happened during that event. When Jon Jones arrived on the stage, the crowd, mostly consisting of his fans, started chanting Tom Aspinall very loudly. Jon Jones seemed to love those chants from the public, and he was undoubtedly enjoying every bit of it. Tom Aspinall! Tom Aspinall also reacted to this clip, and he didn't mind that at all. During an interview, Ariel Helwani showed that clip to Tom Aspinall to see his reaction, but the interim champion was not bothered by that.
I will leave you with this. At the weigh-ins for the Dirty Boxing event this past Friday, the one in Miami, Jon Jones now, it has been announced as a part owner. There was a bit of a chant in attendance. You know we love the Tommy Aspinall chant. Here's Jon reacting to a chant at the weigh-ins.
Aspinall even thinks that Jon Jones was trying to enjoy in that video, but actually he looked a bit uncomfortable by those chants. Aspinall thinks that the heavyweight champion was looking awkward in that event, and his discomfort was visible from his face.
You're on his mind there, Tommy. You see that? You're on his mind.
He looks a bit uncomfortable there. He looks a bit awkward.
You know what? He's right. You are an asshole, Tom. You are an asshole for that response.
I'm just being. I mean, everyone's an asshole sometimes, especially me. So I don't take offense to it. But yeah, he did look a bit uncomfortable to me. He looks a bit awkward.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, Jon Jones's old rival, Rampage Jackson, has made some shocking claims about the current heavyweight champion. He called him the dirtiest fighter in the world and accused him of using unfair tactics to win his bouts. He said Jon Jones tries to attack the sensitive parts of his opponents like kneecaps and eyes to shorten their careers. Rampage mentioned a few fights of Jon Jones where he was seen targeting the knees and back of the head of his opponent to injure them during the fights.
This explains why John Jones is the most hated fighter in the world.
He's the dirtiest fighter ever. If you fight John Jones, if you doing anything good on him, he's gonna poke you in the eye. They changed the design of the gloves so you can't hold your hand like this no more. And I kept asking the referee, man, I'm like, get his fingers out my eye. We're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then if you advance and you doing anything good, you get the advantage, you're gonna kick your knee backwards. He's kicking you right on your kneecap. Those two things that you can end somebody's career. If you detach my retina, you mess my knee up really bad. Like my knee is still messed up from that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That fight?
It hyperextended. He kicked it all the way back. Go back and watch his fight. Think about all those spinning elbows he's doing. Where did they land? Do you remember?
They land
On the back of people's heads.
However, Tom Aspinall is ready for all challenges during this fight and believes that there is no place to hide for John Jones, and he has to fight him. He said there are only two options left for the heavyweight legend. Either he faces him or takes retirement. According to Aspinall, retirement won't be a good choice for John Jones because he will be remembered for running away from tough fights. Aspinall said he wants to fight now, and that's why he is continuously talking with UFC officials to speed things up and make this fight happen.
I've been in the rooms with the UFC brass, Dana, Hunter, the rest of them, a few times, and they've told me it's happening. And that's all I can go off. I'm the same as everybody else. I get tagged in articles on social media, I'm hearing rumors on the street and all the rest of it.
Aspinall has also clearly said that his only target is the heavyweight belt, and that's why he is so eager to fight John Jones. The interim champion said he would have never forced this fight to happen if John Jones was not the champion. Aspinall knows the status of Jones in UFC, and beating him would make him a superstar in this sport.
People who know are the UFC brass, really. And when I've sat down and spoke to them, they're confident it happens. So I trust that it's going to happen if they're telling me that.
John and Nick has also predicted the Tom Aspinall versus John Jones fight to happen this year. He thinks this fight will take place in the second half of this year. According to him, this much awaited clash is most likely to happen in December.
Do you feel like all signs are pointing to a Tom Aspinall John Jones fight actually happening this year?
I do think it's going to happen this year. I think it's going to be third or fourth quarter. Right? If you were to say, is it going to happen before Labor Day, that first weekend of September? I don't know. You know, I think December in Las Vegas would be my prediction, but I hope it happens sooner than that for Tommy Aspinall. You know,
John and Nick thinks John Jones is looking in good shape and he might get ready for this fight before everyone expects. The fourth quarter of this year is looking like the most suitable time period for this encounter, but it's UFC and things can change very quickly here.
I've been shaving my head for years to try to look thinner, whether it's on television or otherwise. So when John Jones has the shaved head, you know, you're going to look like you're in maybe a little bit better shape than you're actually in. But I don't know. Like, I don't know that it's going to be Madison Square Garden again. I think it's going to be Las Vegas. And that's why I'm sort of thinking September or December, just based upon past years. But as you know, nothing informed about my speculation. We're just a professional.
Of course.
fan.
Recently, Ariel Helwani said that John Jones demands 6 months to prepare for this fight, and John Anik supports this request of the heavyweight champion. Anik said John Jones has a huge fan base and he remains busy most of the time, and if a fighter of his caliber is demanding 6 months, then the UFC should agree to that without any second thoughts.
It's 6 months. It feels like for fans, it's like another little nail kind of in this fight coffin, in the sense that it's like, oh man, this is another thing we want to got to deal with. What was your reaction when you saw this timeline for John Jones?
Well, in some part, I think it's gamesmanship, but I also was able to witness John Jones giving every ounce of himself to fans and media and women coming up to him all night long. Everybody wanted a piece of John Jones, so much so that as his longtime sort of friend or acquaintance, as somebody who's covered him really dating to his UFC debut, I didn't go over to him. I happened to share a moment with him in the ring afterwards, you know, but I just think he needs time to prepare in the right way. And
John Jones earlier wanted to fight Alex Pereira, but after his defeat at UFC 313, that door also closed for the heavyweight champion. Alex Pereira was definitely a strong opponent and might have given John Jones a tough time. Tom Aspinall also talked about the skills of Pereira and Jones and revealed who he thinks is the most scary. Aspinall has been the interim heavyweight champion for over 500 days now, and it's kind of frustrating for him that he hasn't gotten the title shot yet. Speaking about his interim championship belt, Aspinall said that he feels proud of that, but his actual goal is to become the best fighter not only in his division, but in the whole world. He slammed Jon Jones for being a useless champion who doesn't want to defend his belt. Aspinall thinks if he gets the opportunity, then he will definitely dethrone Jon Jones and become the new heavyweight champion. From today's video, and hopefully you have enjoyed it. Share your thoughts about the Aspinall versus Jon Jones fight in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more interesting content. Don't forget to press the bell icon to get instant notifications about our latest videos.